Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin, and as promised, I want to give you an AVCT update. And this is going to go over the past week and as far as what I see going into next week. Now, there's a couple things that I want you to be mindful of before I start with AVCT. And part of it, I believe, has to do with why shares fell. But take a look at the stocks of Twilio, CloudNet, and any cloud-based stock, guys. They had a massive sell-off on Friday. And, this is bad for the cloud market because cloud stocks are considered relatively safe. So when you see those selling off, it has to make you wonder, are we getting close to the end of this bear market cycle? I'm not going to say it's over yet, but there's something else interesting that I saw, and that is that Chinese stocks, which have been completely tanked, have been moving upwards the last couple of days and had a huge move upwards on Friday. China generally tends to be ahead of the US as far as, recession and moves to the downside, moves to the upside. So to me, I'm watching this and wondering, is this a Chinese bear market rally or is this signaling something? I'm not sure. I'm going to just continue to monitor. However, I will warn everybody that with cloud stocks, major cloud stocks falling the way they did on Friday, it's quite amazing that AVCT really held up as well as it did. And I'll be curious to see what it does going into Monday. Stay to the end of the video. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing technically, guys, but there's a mixed bag here as far as some platforms are giving bullish signals and some are giving bearish signals. So let's talk about those. All right, guys, if you could smash that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And just a reminder, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. Guys, the volume has dried up in AVCT. That's where we're at. And generally this happens before you start to see a rebound. Now, the current volume on Friday was 2.68 million shares with an average of 7.04 million shares. The 52-week low is $1.04. The 52-week high is $46.95. Guys, if it dips below $1.04 and closes below that, we are in trouble, okay? Then we're going to be looking at a falling knife situation. However, we've been holding that 104 and bouncing from it quite nicely. So there's obviously a supply zone there, and I'm watching to see us continue that move to the upwards. Hopefully we don't come back and hit 104 again. If we do, guys, I want to see us hold that. If not, then I'm going to get concerned. We'll talk more about the technicals at the end of the video, but I didn't discuss this situation and do want to bring it up. So that's what we have there. As far as bullish and bearish indicators go, we are seeing on Webull a short, medium, and long-term bearish signal because the bearish events outweigh the bullish events, guys. And there's only one bullish event they're giving us and 4 bearish and 1 neutral. So interestingly enough, I decided to look at some other platforms to see what they showed us because, guys, technical analysis can be speculative. It's all in the eyes of the beholder, as I say. But if we go to Moomoo, we're getting a positive bullish signal, and they're showing us that the bias is severely oversold and the trend is bullish. And they're showing us 10 positive indicators to 2 negative. And then, as you can see, we have 3 mixed. Guys, as far as that goes, it's bullish. Remember, we still have that gap fill from about 314 to I think it's 94 off the top of my head. But you can go and look at the chart and see that yourself. But we do have a gap fill to make, so I am still bullish that we are going to do that. Now, I want to just help ease the mind of some because this is the position cost distribution that I'm looking at. The average cost is per share that people paid for this is $2.92. So as you can see, we're severely under that. Only 1.15% of AVCT holders are in profit. So guys, it's very, very, very few, okay? 90% of people's cost range is between $1.24 and $5.84. 70% of those are between $1.50 and $4.66. So essentially only 1% of people are in profit. 99% are in the negative, including myself, obviously. But guys, I am bullish long term, and I think that this is a great opportunity for me to add. Now, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. That choice is only one you can make. But I want to buy when it's cheap and sell when it's expensive, as should most people that are trading any stock. Now, interestingly enough as well, the outflow far exceeded the inflow on Friday, which is why you got that price drop. And again, I'm telling you that I believe that was related to the news on Twilio. The outflow was 938.41 versus an inflow of 864.47. Now, also, as you can see, in all of these, except for in the small amount, which is retail, there's been more selling than buying on Friday. So I am going to monitor that as well. Now, I found this other website called Stock Analysis, and they're giving a buy consensus as well. I was looking for something to kind of leverage it off because I saw one Webull saying it's a sell, and I saw Moomoo saying it's a buy. And Webull had and Moomoo had a lot of strong indicators of why it's a buy. So I said, let me find something else. So I went and I looked, and I found this stockanalysis.com, and they're showing a buy signal with price targets in the past 12 months between $7.07 and $7.35, an average of $7.14. So as you can see, there's a significant move to the upside that they are expecting, and they are giving a price target of $7.14, which would indicate a 573.58% upside potential, and that's over the next 12 months. So guys, clearly, I'm going to say that all in all, this stock is likely to go up. Could it go down further? Absolutely. This market is crazy right now. But the upside potential far exceeds the downside. Now, also, the fly on the wall put out Friday that the cost to borrow is increasing among AVCT and a lot of other names as well. But I found that interesting because the price is going down. So why is the cost to borrow going up? Normally you see the reverse. As far as what Fintel is showing us, and again, guys, take Fintel or Tex, all of those with a grain of salt, because unfortunately it's the best information we as retail can get, but it is behind. So how accurate is it? Your guess is as good as mine. The short interest is showing at 4.18%, and 62.73% of shares were traded in the dark pool on Friday were shorted. Okay, so this is the short volume ratio, 62.73%. Again, that is not the short interest, it's the short volume ratio. There are still 150,000 shares available to borrow. And again, you can see that the cost to borrow is between 23.33 and 24%. And guys, I just want to show you the failure to delivers right now are obsolete because this is what they're able to do. They go up, they drive the price down, and they tank them. And they buy them back cheaper. Look at this. Gets all the way down to 184, 82 left. Then they started going up. Price drops, they cover, right? So we'll see what the next set of data shows us. But right now, these are not even a factor, guys. Let's look at the TA. Okay, guys, so looking at the 1-year chart, we do see that on the MACD, the red has crossed above the green. Now, this is bullish. Ultimately, we want to see this continue to curl upwards and get above the blue wave. As far as the RSI goes, we are down low, guys. I want to see this start to curl back up and get above 50%. The 13 is still below the 20, the 48, and the 200-day moving average. Again, I want to see those start to curl up and the lower averages cross above the higher moving averages. If we go to a shorter time frame, perhaps we take a look at the 1 hour chart. All right, guys, it actually looks like on the 1 hour chart, things are looking slightly better. That red is starting to curl on that MACD, and I want to see it cross above the green. And I want to see the RSI, again, curl back to the upside and get above 50. Now, it's very hard to see because these are all squished quite closely. However, I do believe that we could get some crossovers to the upside on that 1 hour chart on Monday. Looking at the 30-minute chart, it is very similar, guys, but you'll notice that the MACD has crossed above. The red has crossed above the green. Again, we still want to see on the RSI that get above 50 and curl back to the upside. And it looks like we could be making a crossover on that 13 and 20 SMA if we continue to move in the upwards direction. But so far, I'm liking what I see. Let's see the 15 minutes. All right, guys, on the 15, we did get that 13 crossing above the 20 SMA. Now I'm looking for it to cross above the 48 and both of those to continue upward. And we are getting closer on this one as far as the RSI getting very, very close to being above 50. It's currently at 49.33. However, look at this MACD. I do want to see this red remain above the green, and I want to see it cross above the wave. Now, if we look at a smaller time frame, perhaps that will give us a clearer short-term picture. All right, guys, the 13 and 20 are above the 48 SMA. However, they're pointed downwards. I want to see those curl back to the upside or dip below before they curl back up. And bullish. The RSI is pointing up and it's at 50. The MACD, the red is under the green, but as you can see with that tip, it looks like it could go either direction, but I want to see it curl and pass above the green, and we are above the blue wave on the 5-minute chart, guys. So it looks like it could be a very bullish sign going into Monday as far as the technicals go. Guys, hold it with a grain of salt. This market is crazy right now. And please remember to manage your risk carefully. This is not a recommendation to buy, hold, or sell. This is just what I'm seeing in the charts. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your week.